Hello and welcome to Ireland, aka Tutorial Island. You cannot imagine how many takes it took to get Tutorial Island out of my mouth properly. But regardless, we're going to create our own character. We're going to have him be an Irish noble of Thomond. And he's going to be insular Christian, which is kind of interesting because it will allow for us to be for him to be in competition with other Christian denominations, Roman Catholic, to be honest. And we're going to keep his culture as Irish, even though I think there are better cultures out there. It doesn't make much sense for him to be a different culture than the one that is his birthplace. So we're going to go ahead and change his name. The Irish names are, well, Gaelic, very Gaelic, but I'm going to go with an insular name. I'm going to go close to Constance. I'm going to go with Constantine. So with that, we're also going to start editing stuff. I wanted to prioritize his diplomacy above everything else. I want to give him, quick as a trait, because then I can get higher and higher intelligence throughout my generations. I'm trying to stay under the 400 customization points for this. One of the big things too is occasionally I have the debug menu accidentally pop up. I played around with it a lot earlier to kind of just, you know, play the game when I would played it earlier. I will obviously do my best to avoid touching all of those controls. Yeah, I'll show you them when they come up. I think there's once in this video where I accidentally click on something, but right now I'm just customizing his appearance, making him a good looking chap with, of course, the customary red hair, which actually came from the Norse. It did not come, it was not native to Irish. So yeah, I might be able to take a point here or there to try to get one of these other pieces. I'm trying to find stuff that is like, oh, there we go. Whoops, perfect. 400. And here we go. We are now in charge of Thomond. It's an Irish county. I'm going to favor diplomacy as a as my focus, and the big goal is to get down the middle, the august body, and to get true ruler, because that way I believe true ruler makes it easier for me to vassalize people, or to bring people into my kingdom, which is exactly what I want. And I can either get monthly prestige per dread or benevolent intent, sway, scheme power, and since I'm going to sway people right away, it's a good idea for me to take that, and then eventually I'll get firm hand as well, because I want to get those 4 points before I get into that. All right, my first big step is to build up my military, right? Because right now I only have 400 soldiers. I want to boost it up to be the best around. I play around a little bit with the numbers here, trying to make sure that I have people stationed, I have my army building, I'm not taking too much of a hit to my prestige. Talks about how I don't have a court physician and I need to also get endorsed. All these guys are poor or terrible, so I made kind of a foolish choice to actually like pick somebody who doesn't like me very much. We'll see how that turns out. Okay, we're going to sway Saren so we can eventually get endorsed by him. I believe that does something really good for the culture. So I can raise everybody as raiders, which I will do at some point. Right now, the big thing is to boost up my army and take time to do that. So The big thing is I need to take out the other two chieftains. I want to try to see if I vassalize them. Yeah, those bottom ones are the debug things. I don't want to select any of those because that's not good. I need to get married. I saw one guide that said you don't want to get married too early, but I think for him, because I don't have anyone else, getting married is a good idea. And I want to pick somebody who has good traits. And so I want to... I should have done a search for this, but Faline be she's comely, a comely lass. So I'll go ahead and choose her. She gets 300 prestige from it. I get nothing, but that's okay. The big thing is if I have, I want to strengthen my bloodline as much as possible, right? So if I have to take prestige hits just to do that, to make sure like I eventually get babies that are geniuses, I'll do that. I'm going to do matrilineal marriages with my daughters so that I can pull geniuses that are among the masses into my family. Kind of those fourth sons, get them into the family. So there's this guy here. He's my marshal. I don't think my marshal likes me very much, and that's okay. So my marshal, he's gotten bolder. He starts challenging me everywhere I go. With all of our kind of council meetings, I can make fun of his graceful feet. I can threaten him. I can blame all my problems on him, or I could just yell and scream at him. But that gives me stress, so I don't want to do that. Avoiding stress as much as possible is very, very important. So I'm going to make fun of him, and he thinks I'm cruel. I kind of was nasty to him. And we see up there, dude is doing raiding. He's trying to get some early game loot. Supplement his income. I'm going to need to do that eventually. So right now I'm kind of just waiting on my army size to grow. Also for my prestige to grow so that I can... So, okay, and looking at the wars that I can declare, there's a lot of fights I can start. Trying to look for people who have considerably less strength than I do. And Desmond is exactly where I'm thinking. Desmond's definitely going to be my first target. And it's a shame I can't vassalize him right away, but yeah, that's his decision. He doesn't want to cooperate. Doesn't want to get with the program. He's talking to Constantine here. Constantine, the first High King of Ireland. Future High King of Ireland. At least that's what I'm hoping. So now we're waiting for the army to build up. Got my spouse. I can send her a gift, or I can sway her. She's got 55. She likes me, or 55 favor on me, so that's not so bad. My steward sucks. A lot of my council kind of sucks to start off the game, but you know, what are you gonna do about it other than fire them and get a new council? But then that costs me prestige. All right, let's see. My marshal is not very good. My spy master is average. He's 13. Chancellor's not bad. My steward is not as bad as my marshal is, but my bishop, I can actually use him while I sway him, of course, to put a claim on Desmond. Because it's early in the game, I'm not quite sure which one is going to increase faster or be better to use, gold or prestige. I realize now that I didn't need to necessarily put the claim on his county, but you know, I have that claim, or I will get that claim eventually. So, yeah, my options for the army. Ooh, my wife is pregnant. Woot. So we're gonna wait, build up. Eventually, I'll get the increase in the military. I think I have to get 110 in order to do it. And now my bishop likes me. I think I'm going to go on a hunt. Yes, I can get prestige, I can lower stress. It's all for spending 35 gold. I think that sounds really good. I think that sounds like a very smart idea. I like the way they do hunts in this game. They make it kind of a big series of events that your character is actively engaged in. So he's going to travel there. We're going to wait. I don't have a huge success chance. Only 25%. We're waiting for everybody to show up. Alright, looks like I assembled a party. Let's get out there. And then we also can look at kind of what we want to hunt. There's wolf, fox, stag, and a roe. I think early in the game I want to play a little conservatively, so I'm kind of thinking the roe is going to be the best. Who acts as my master of the hunt? By far the most qualified man is this gentleman. He is also my court physician. Alright, so we can get a little learning experience. That's good. Alright, so we have a couple of poachers. So we can either hang them, or we can go through a stewardship challenge. I can gain a lot by doing that. It looks like I didn't succeed. It's a bummer. Alright, so we can either chase after it, we can... for prestige and for a chance to get injured. We can make it more perilous by trying to cross over, or we can ambush it. I like the idea of ambushing it. Yeah, I like the idea of ambushing it. Alright, Mantle of the Poor. There's a couple of foraging peasants. I kind of like the idea. 7 gold, that's totally worth it. And I get 50 piety over it. That's basically the cost of a war, I think. Alright. Yeah. No, I'm taking this one. Straight through the beast's heart. I get prestige. Oh yeah. I call the row. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to my wife. I am gregarious, so I lose stress by doing that, and I get a whole bunch of other things as well. I get hunting experience. Yeah, well, that was really good. And I get a daughter. So, good insular name Elizabeth is perfect. Elizabeth Fitzpatrick. which Fitzpatrick's a very interesting name. I will probably change it sometime in the future, a couple generations in maybe. Because Fitzpatrick was always like, if you put a Fitz in front of a name, it just means that they're like the bastard of so and so. So I am the bastard of a guy named Patrick. Home sweet home. No immediate effects. I can go inside again. And I have a ton more prestige. So I am going to increase my troop limit. Or troop size. Yeah, increase it to 5. Why not? Take a small hit to prestige as I build it on up. Don't worry about anything there because there's nothing. Wait for the military to increase. There we go. All right. I get the claim. It's pretty pricey. But, okay, now that I know, by the way, that I don't need to necessarily do that, definitely will take that into consideration. Okay, I already have one there. Okay, so there is a raiding army that's about to come into my lands. I'm going to kick his ass. All right. Basically the same number of men. Almost the same exact number of men. All right. Yeah. All right. We won our first battle against a bunch of raiders. Good job, losers. Do you want to tangle too, Osprey? No, you're coming in from the north. All right, so we can disband this group. All right, so soon enough, we're going to declare war on our neighbor to the south, take over his territory. I'm watching what this guy is doing up here. Yeah. Okay, I decided to hold off on that. I must say... Aw. So this guy... this guy is basically... he's being more friendly to me. That's good. Alright, so these raiders are coming in. They're going into Desmond. My thought is if they raid him, then he's going to fight back against them. He's going to lose a ton of men in the fight, and then I could swoop in afterwards. Do I want to go Ducal Conquest? Probably should have gone with Ducal Conquest, but I think I go with either Firm Hand or Inspiring Rule. Yeah. Yeah, Firm Hand. I got some experience there. Okay, so wait till this increases. Okay. Okay, so now at this point, we're waiting for... Okay, so I also look at my buildings. I'm not going to build anything anytime soon just because I don't think I have the ability to. Wait for that to fully increase. Okay, at this point I really do want to start thinking about getting the war on with Desmond. He looks like he's hurting. And I kind of play around, try to see if I can sway him to be vassalized, and we're gonna fight. Good things about you. Yeah, continues. That's good. Okay. Alright. Let's raise the armies. Alright. Let's tango. And of course I am leading the way. Let's tango. Yeah. Ooh. Ouch. I like the fact that even when you fail, you still get experience from that. That's good. I like that. Yeah, he's only got 113 left. Super quick, easy war. Like it. Now, if I were him, I'd try to figure out a way. Try to figure out a way around. Nope, he's just going to go straight for the big army. I guess he's trying to disrupt me? Alright. So I make a mistake here. I go straight for the peace. And I get it. What I should have done was I should have ransomed him back to himself to get a little bit of cash. And then, although I don't even know if he could afford it because he had just gotten raided. So I'm thinking now he probably couldn't have. Alright, so I'm going to need to increase the county control on Desmond. Because I'm sure the people there aren't too thrilled with the fact that I just took over. Yeah. 13 years left on getting control over that county. Neato. But you gotta do what you gotta do. I think I'm thinking about here who I'm going to give the lands to. Well, I can ransom him. For a hook, yeah. Okay. He's already there. He hates my guts because I stole his lands. I hear you crying. Alright, so I can do that, or I can actually, like, use him for just what he normally does passively. Can't create a title yet because I'm not wealthy enough. Eventually those fine titles. Alright. So this is the next target of my conquests. Wait for my military to raise back up. I am now the head of the Irish culture. I'm sure that has like really big significant meanings, but don't really know at this current point. Alright, so here I have the option to, I'm going to create another regiment. I'm kind of thinking bowmen. Bowmen are going to be really good. They're not too expensive, and they can act as skirmishers. And while I would love the idea of light horsemen, I think bowmen, they're just going to be, they're going to be better to have in the, for pursuing enemies and whatnot. So we'll wait until they increase as well. Just like all children her age, Elizabeth sometimes lies and tests boundaries. And keep an eye on that one, charming little lady. I have no sheriffs appointed. Not quite sure how to appoint sheriffs. I'm sure that that's something that I'm supposed to get, but... And I've unlocked a new trait. New perk, sorry. Alright. Inspiring Rule, Praetorian Guard. I don't have any knights. And I don't have powerful vassals yet. I really want to get August. What does August do? Gives me diplomacy +2, martial +1. Okay. Alright, so fighting off against more raiders. I do outnumber them. Not by a huge amount, but I outnumber them by a little bit. Oh, I was wounded. But I'm okay. Sometimes you gotta take a couple of blows. Yeah, get out of my lands. Alright, so I'm thinking I can actually try raiding into his territory. Because I noticed that he has been raiding into mine. He's been raiding into other people's too. So maybe he can get a taste of his own medicine. Right? So let's see if that's even a good idea or even if it'll be successful. So I'm going to start raiding. I see that he has not been raided recently. My other neighbors have been. Do I go for there? Yeah, I'm going to start going for there. Let's speed up the pace a little bit. And my guys aren't doing anything. Is this... Probably because I think I noticed it on here. So the raid loot... Raid loot says it's 3. Let's try to see if I can get it over here. I think it might be because it's so recent that raid and counter raid isn't really going to work that well. So that was not such a good idea. But what are they going to do, right? Help my men recover, and then as they recover, they will pick up the other counties in my de jure area. Kind of wait until my forces build back up. Okay, this is also reloading, or not reloading, but loading a save game. I had to quit and then I had to go to work. Alright, so we got our army back up. I think it's time that we claim the rest of the county, or rest of the duchy. Alright, it's go time. Let's bounce. And he's calling in allies. Oh, crap. No bueno. He's got Cornwall and Dreyford. So, I probably should deal with those guys as well. One of our champions was wounded. Okay, so at this point, I want to split my troops because one of them is not, because having all of my troops there, not so good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one group to kind of chase those boys. Make sure my lands are safe. Yeah, you don't want any of this. Now, where'd he go? Oh! Back I go. Alright, so he's coming in. He's going to try attacking me from the coastline. I'm actually doing really well in that fight. Yeah, alright. Take that win. Alright, so move my boys in to try to counter this group. Do I get to him? Yes, got him. Maimed by an enemy soldier. He wounded the enemy commander. That's good. Good. That guy can land back with a scar or two. That's good. That was not such a good idea. Hopefully I make it back. Do I make it back in time? Yes, I do. Oh, he's going after my capital. Okay, so he's going after my capital, but if I can conquer this land first, combine the armies. If I capture my land before he gets I get his, it should be okay. I'm gonna set up another rally point and see if I can. Can I even afford anybody? No, I can't afford anybody. So, yeah, it's not worth it. He doesn't even have enough forces to take my territory. No, not yet. No. I want to. What do I want to do? I want to capture. Oh, ransom his prisoners so I can get some cash. There we go. All right. I also want to. Yeah, at this point, I'll enforce demands. Yep. All right. I win. Get out of my land. And I get another baby out of it. Another baby. Eventually. If the baby, survives. This is the Dark Ages after all. So, who the hell knows? Oh, that's really troubling. Okay, so I got 4 territories. I have 0 control over Ormond. But I'm going to create the Duchy of Munster. So now, Constantine is now the High Chieftain of Munster. Yeah, son. Okay, I can get Thoughtful. That will lead me eventually to Ducal Conquest. Or I can get Praetorian Guard that will lead me directly to True Ruler. What to do? Yeah. I don't have any knights yet, so it's not really that big of a deal. But then again, I don't... I haven't sent many gifts. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, well that looks like it for today. Next time, hopefully we can conquer the rest of Ireland. So with that, take care and good luck. We're all counting on you.